Hello lovelies, this is Arielle from the Tree of Life Tarot. We had just finished with what's the future holds for the quest for HG's Duchess. We did see what the future holds. I will just go back to that last card, Judgment, one more time because it seems that it's significant. Basically we have it is divinely scheduled. So there, and I think if we look at his astrology chart, we could also pinpoint like some key dates, just like it is like here, the nine of Pentacles, where we have like a nice a vineyard with the ripe grapes, which is late in the summer, early autumn. But also I do think that even with this specifically as timing, we do have the Judgment tell us that it's divinely scheduled, and also as an advice the nine of Cups is an interesting card because it tells you that he will sit on his laurels. He will be not active in let's say in his quest. The Eight of Swords as a clarifier for the Judgment card. So the Judgment card is really advising him to use that time of let's say opulence to look at his confinements. I would say, like here for example, we have a very strong imagery of a person who is tied up, but not in ropes like in the Hanged Man. It's that person is tied up, but it's not that let's say it's not that impossible to move forward. And that person is surrounded by swords. So these are thoughts, these are fears, these are thoughts, fears, something in the mental plane, and they are one foot in the water, one foot on the ground. So they need to maneuver around the water. Water represents usually the unknown, the subconscious. Look at it. So he needs to spend that time doing nothing, quote unquote doing nothing, to really look at what's holding, how he's holding himself back. Because there are usually some let's say automatic thoughts that we tell ourselves that end up becoming self-fulfilling prophecy. Like, I know it's a cliche, but really nothing is impossible if you truly believe in yourself. So whatever the court cards here and the people here are thinking they're doing, we have the Judgment at the top of it. So Judgment, this is what is going to be the final outcome. Yeah, and the Judgment is really saying, don't, okay, if you want to do nothing, perfectly fine, but look at your fears, at your automatic thoughts, the mental plane, how you are holding yourself back from truly, you know, being successful in your quest for a duchess. And for love, so his definitely his quest is for love. And that lady, she's again good naturedly trying to preserve the enterprise. Yeah, again, some things are just, that's how they come, so that's how I'm going to say them. Okay, so what he will get, how he will feel, how he will know that he has found his duchess. So it's a really important question. We have the Magician reversed. Magician is about divine intervention, but also divine alchemy and sometimes magic. Reverse that, it's going to feel ordinary. It's going to feel ordinary. And it's going to, so right here the Magician is looking at, actually is looking at the Five of Swords. So yeah, okay. So he will know. So it's the Magician is pointing me to say that he will know that this is the one by looking at the Five of Swords reverse. Five of Swords is being jealous, being you know, looking back, not having enough. What if it's something better? What if it's something, you know, more appropriate shows up in my life? You know, what if I made a mistake, like let's say the last time? That type of train of thoughts is the Five of Swords. Now when you reverse that, he will know that this is the one when he's not comparing her to others, and is not wanting, is no longer thinking what could have been if things were different, or if I were different, or if yeah, if I were different, especially for the Nine of the Nine of Cups. It's like yeah, again, very interesting. Now, if he does not go back to what could it be, what could it have been, this is where it's, you know, happening. Okay, so the current situation about the quest for a duchess, and again, in this case, his quest is the quest for love. Okay, we have the Five of Swords, which is the card for sorrow reversed. So it's like I would say moving past, and it's really a moving past because we have the hidden card of Eight of Cups, moving past the sorrow, the I'm not gonna call it the loss, letting go of, you know, things that didn't work out, things that didn't happen, of the bad feelings, of I could also mean forgiveness in a way, but here it's not that much into forgiveness. It's I release you, that type of energy. I release you. You're free now. I no longer hold you accountable or responsible, no longer want something from you, no longer hold that picture of it could have been, should have been, I could have been, I should have been different. Yeah, that it's an interesting energy of like moving past, moving forward. But again, moving past is like, it usually happens in the heart without really even realizing it, and then one day you wake up and you're like, okay, now I feel good. It's no longer what it used to be. Okay, and the lovers is about choice. I always see them as a choice, and reversed, you're no longer hesitant about what you need to choose. Yeah, that's another like a tiny sign. You're no longer hesitant that is it a good choice or a bad choice. You just, makes no sense what I'm getting. Okay, so he will be again as another sign when he find her, is that he will open his heart and not be afraid that she will misuse it. Okay, so he needs to stop also, he needs to stop, he needs to, okay, so playing games is before he embarks on the quest of finding out if, let's say, a lady that he's with is the Duchess. After that, he needs to drop the act, whatever it is. Drop the act, drop the alchemy. Okay, drop the alchemy. And he needs to also go back to it's a weird reading, really. And obviously I need to make one more reading about it, but it seems that he needs to either go to court or go to church. Oh. I have to meditate on that. What's the clarity for this card? Okay. I'll be back in the next video. Bye.